enforcement is a situation where you deal with anybody and everything in a second's notice, and you have to be on your toes. You have to work it. You have to take care of it. You not only have to take care of the crooks, you got to take care of the citizens, and in this case, the students.
A 911 call leads to two 14-year-olds being in custody. What students at Brooks Middle School in Greenwood were doing with 4 stolen guns on campus.
Balancing renewable with traditional. I'm Ted Fioraliso in Washington. I'll tell you about Rick Perry's plans as the new Secretary of Energy.
And the Etcher County School District has dismissed a grievance from the Texas State Teachers Association over the District of Innovation plan. How the TSTA plans on answering back.
Live from the most watched station in West Texas, you're watching CBS 7 News, the breaking news and weather authority. CBS 7 News at 5 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. We continue to follow the breaking news of the day. Students and parents in Greenwood were on edge today after 2 guns and ammunition were found at the middle school. A quick investigation by the Midland County Sheriff's Office revealed 2 8th-grade students were attempting to sell the guns and never planned on firing them. A 3rd gun was found in one of the students' home. Deputies are also looking for 2 other students and the 4th gun believed taken in that burglary. CBS 7's Deanne Lopez spoke with parents as they were picking up their kids this afternoon. She joins us now live from the school with their reaction. Deanne?
Jay and Tatum, I just spoke with the superintendent. He tells me the campus is cleared now, but as you can imagine, there was mixed emotions among parents today. Some were praising the school for acting so quickly, and others were upset, saying that there needs to be better communication. I spoke with one mom who says she didn't receive a text about today's lockdown until almost 1:30 this afternoon.
So I'm going to talk to them, and I'm the kind of parents that you don't mess with my kid. You know, I'm trusting them with my daughter.
As for these 8th graders, both of them are in custody, and they will be seeing a judge next week to see what their punishment will be. Now, again, these 8th graders stole a total of 4 guns. 2 were located in the boys' locker room. 1 was located at the boys' house, and the 4th one, investigators say they have a lead and hope to confiscate that weapon pretty soon here. We'll be giving you guys the latest updates on here tonight at 6 and 10 o'clock. Live in Greenwood, Deanne Lopez, CBS 7 News.
Deanne, thanks. Assistant Superintendent Byron Moreland sat down exclusively with CBS 7. He talks about the students who informed staff about the guns on campus.
Very appreciative to all the students who came forward and gave us a heads up that there was possibly a weapon on campus, and we appreciate them very much. They could have saved someone's life.
Time now for a CBS 7 Weather Authority update.
Well, starting to warm up a little bit across parts of West Texas, but overall not too bad today with the sunny skies. As we take a look at area temperatures, we are seeing those readings into the lower 80s to the upper 70s thanks to a weak cool front that has moved in across parts of the Permian Basin, but really starting to wash out. A little bit further off to the south, things are really warming up down in the Big Bend area with 91 in Terlingua this afternoon. A little milder, Pecos Fort Stockton looking at 81. As we see the evening forecast, we're going to keep the clear skies around only the upper 60s by 10, 11 o'clock tonight, as we're expecting a quiet overnight and a nice start to your Mother's Day weekend. A couple of changes coming up as we move in towards Mother's Day on Sunday.
Tom, thanks very much. The Etcher County School District confirms ECISD has dropped a grievance filed by the Texas State Teachers Association regarding the implementation of the District of Innovation plan. That grievance was filed last week requesting to nullify the school board's April 11th decision, which would start school earlier, hire some teachers without certification in certain areas, and not use star performances in teacher evaluations. Bowie Middle School teacher Chris Barnett says the TSTA will be appealing their decision to not hear the grievance. Bartlett confirms that the TSA is hiring outside counsel to continue to air their grievance. The Odessa Police Department looking for a man they say robbed a pizza delivery driver. Officials say that driver was robbed at gunpoint just after 1 a.m. at the Brookview Apartments. The victim says a black man wearing a mask pulled out a gun and stole his pizza and a money bag. According to OPD, the person who called the delivery gave a vague location. Anyone with information is urged to call Crime Stoppers at 333-TIPS. A documentary focusing on the history and descendants of ranching families in Texas. For a year now, filmmakers followed ranchers as they look into their ancestors of family-run businesses and the day-to-day life of working on a ranch. The hour-and-a-half-long special will air right here on CBS 7 tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. He's the longest-serving governor of Texas and a two-time presidential candidate. Now Rick Perry is settling into his new role as President Trump's cabinet as Energy Secretary. Our Washington Bureau's Ted Fioraliso tells us about his plans.
I don't wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat.
Life's a little different now for former Texas Governor Rick Perry.
Hi, James. Richard Perry, do solemnly swear.
As the new Energy Secretary, he's responsible for a department with a $30 billion budget, 16,000 federal employees, and 17 national laboratories.
The management of all of that, I think, is what fits nicely into my 14 years of being the governor of the most dynamic economic state.
It's no secret the Trump administration's energy strategy is different from its predecessors, especially when it comes to promoting traditional sources of energy like coal. The president has signed laws and executive orders rolling back Obama-era regulations on the coal industry. But that doesn't mean renewables are out of the picture. Perry points to his home state's production of wind power.
It's a balance. In Texas, we have an all-of-the-above strategy. We have nuclear power, and we believe in nuclear power. We obviously have fossil fuels, LNG.
LNG is short for liquefied natural gas. Perry recently announced the U.S. would begin exporting LNG to countries we do not have free trade agreements with. The LNG would come from facilities in Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, and Maryland.
All of those areas producing copious amounts of natural gas, which in turn are now an export market. 10 years ago, they were talking about building plants to import LNG.
Perry is currently touring the department's national laboratories, the same laboratories developing LNG technology. In Washington, Ted Fioraliso, CBS 7 News.
Ted, thanks. Before the wall, there was the fence, and the U.S. is still paying for it. As President Donald Trump tries to persuade the skeptical Congress to fund his proposed multi-million-dollar wall on the Mexican border, government lawyers are still settling claims with Texas landowners over a border fence approved more than a decade ago. 3 new settlements were completed just last month. Now for a look at some of the most read stories on CBS7.com today. 12-year-old Jose Hernandez was shot and killed Wednesday night north of Big Spring. Hernandez was a runaway who friends say couldn't stay at one place for more than a couple of weeks. The 12-year-old was taken to Scenic Mountain Medical Center around 8 p.m. Wednesday. According to the Howard County Sheriff's Department, he was later pronounced dead of his injuries. Friends signed a poster for Hernandez in class on Thursday after hearing the news. Sheriff's Department has limited information of the shooting at this time. City of Presidio is not in the favor of the new sanctuary cities ban that the state recently passed. That new law goes into effect on September 1st and will allow every Texas police officer and sheriff's deputy to ask someone if they are in the country legally during routine traffic stops. Mayor John Ferguson of Presidio tells us unless a stop calls for it, he says his police department will not be going out of their way to crack down on illegal immigration. Ferguson feels the state's move will create distrust between communities and law enforcement. If you've been following downtown development, you know the failed Energy Tower project and Hotel Santa Rita projects left a big hole in the ground, literally. But that could all change where the Midland County Courthouse once stood. City leaders may make it a green space. The courthouse was demolished in 2015 after plans for a new Energy Tower fell through. The project is still in discussion, but the idea came after listening to the community. Employees at Odessa Regional Medical Center held their annual picnic at Progressive Park today. Hamburgers, hot dogs were served under the sun to show appreciation. It's all part of Hospital Week 2017. Staff were also able to win prizes and join in on some games. The National Association of Letter Carriers Union is hosting a food drive this weekend, and they need your help. It's called Help Stamp Out Hunger. The group sent out letters and handed out bags. In fact, some of you may have received those bags in your mailbox. Letter carriers will be picking up the bags, hopefully filled with non-perishable items from your porches on Saturday or near the mailbox. You can drop also your goods off at the post office. Carriers and workers will be in shirts titled Help Stamp Out Hunger. City of Odessa Parks and Recreation Department, the Junior League of Odessa would like to invite all mothers to take their sons to the 3rd annual Mother-Son Dance. It's called a Neon Glow Party. We stopped by the MCM Elegante Ballroom as they were preparing for the event. There will be dancing, appetizers, a formal photo area, and much more. If you'd like more information, you can visit their website, odessatxparks.org/Mother-Son Dance. CBS 7 News in the running for the best TV station for Midland Reporter Telegram's Reader's Choice 2017. Voting is currently underway and will wrap up on May 21st. You're invited to let your voice be heard and vote for CBS 7 as your favorite station. To vote, just head over to our website, cbs7.com, and click on this story. Still to come here at 5, there are coupons online that promise big Mother's Day discounts at major retailers. But after the break, find out how most of them are fakes, fishing for your information.